Welcome back to the channel, Dex Club, and an even bigger welcome to the newcomers. If you don't know what the Dex Club is, it's just another way of referring to my amazing subscribers. I love you all, thank you so much for being here. So to join, all you have to do is press that big obvious button that says subscribe and ring the bell for good luck. And while you're down there, consider checking out my Linktree where I have all of my socials and my other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and so much more. And if you really like what you see here on the channel, consider joining my Patreon. It's free, but just starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy all sorts of perks like early access content, merchandise, voting supremacy, and even content that doesn't make it to any of my socials. So if you want to be awesome and exclusive, consider joining. This is also a side note, but my commissions are open. This past Tuesday, we streamed a commission live, so if you want some art of your OCs, your favorite characters, or even self-insert art, shoot me a DM or email me. All these links to contact me are in the description and on my About page, so be sure to check it all out. Now with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. We are still in August, so naturally we have to continue the celebration of FNAF's 10-year anniversary, and what better way to do that than with some good old-fashioned fan art and redesigns. I should say it now to clear up any misconceptions. I actually don't have a real problem with the GLAMROCK's designs. I do, however, think that they feel a little lackluster and confusing when you start to really analyze them. Things like the shoulder pads on the guys, they aren't attached to anything. Freddy wears no clothes while everyone else does. Roxy's in a two-piece for some reason, and Monty has purple feet. To be fair, they could be socks and his nails broke through them or something. But overall, these designs are not bad by any means. Other than them being a little spirit Halloween, they are pretty solid. Part of the iconic Scott designs for these guys is the clothing. The clothing has always been part of a hard shell. None of these characters are ever dressed in actual fabric aside from maybe the bow ties, top hats, and FNAF 1 Chica bib. We learned this in Sister Location where all of the ruffles on Ballora and Baby are plastic and metal, having stiff textures and hard shine reflections to back up that thought. The same with the hair. We see Baby and Ballora with the hair, but it's never fluffy or resembling any hair texture. Even in Security Breach, hair is chunky and plastic looking, but that seems to be more of a style and modeling choice than anything, as Vanessa and Gregory both have chunky hair textures that match Roxy and Monty's hair. But we do see Monty and Roxy with fluid hair movements, which leads me to believe that these are real hair textures and not just plastic chunks. With that in mind, I wanted to take 80s glam rock to a whole new level for these guys and send home the theme without a doubt. So, I made the clothes to be actual clothing on top of the animatronic suits and more hair-like textures. Rather than doing character sheets as I usually do, I wanted this piece to be, well, a full art piece with everyone present all at the same time. Sure, this added a lot of stress and trouble to my plate, but hey, I wouldn't do this if I found it to be easy, because then I'd get bored. I started off with a quick sketch to lay out everyone's placement and pose before I dove right into redesigning Roxy. She and Chica were the ones I had set designs for. I knew from the beginning what I wanted to do with Roxy's new design. Really not much changed about her overall, it was mostly her hair and clothing that I changed along with her face makeup. I decided to make her hair more wavy rather than spiky, aside from the front bit and rather it being a streak of green, I made it a whole poof in front. I kept her thick eyebrows and lipstick, but I took away her lashes and black streaks on her face. I feel like she needs to look more like a rocker, and I added different features to keep the glam vibe going. Now for the obvious, her clothes. I figured she would be better off in a leather jacket and pants, shoulder pads included of course, and naturally we kept the black star-shaped thing and placed it throughout her outfit, complete with studded wristbands, a purple and black undershirt, purple belts, and a green chain on her shoulder pads because why not? I wanted to give her more of a racer theme, so I incorporated the flags in her earrings and prop. I also made her nails all one color, green of course because that is her accent color. Going down the line, we have Chica next. Since she has a whole aerobics thing going on that is never touched on visually in the game aside from some posters and whatnot, Chica does not reflect her assigned theme, much like the rest. I get that they are all band members first, but Chuck E. Cheese never saw that as a problem and neither did the previous FNAF games. So, I kept all of Chica's colors just like I did for everyone else, and most notably, I took away her mismatched leg warmers and replaced them with solid green ones. Solid green wristbands and solid green pizza earrings. Her earrings are such a missed opportunity in the base game. Like, they're already triangles, why not make them pizzas? I also switched out her bow for a scrunchie and I crimped her feathers on her head and tail. I just thought that it would be cute and add more to her character. Much like Roxy, I changed her face paint to be a star and a wing, moving her triangles to her leggings. Speaking of which, her outfit changed too. I actually found authentic aerobics pictures and just drew what I saw, which was a front tie top and a belt with the leotard and leggings. I don't understand why the base game has such a problem with ladies in pants, but never fear, I am here to fix that. Next is Freddy, who underwent the biggest changes. Freddy got the naked treatment in the original, and I get that it's for the kids to be able to recognize him, but personally, I think that is a silly excuse. Freddy is our designated ringmaster. He deserves to look dapper at his own gig. One thing of Freddy's original design that I actually think is kind of ugly is his makeup. I don't like it. It's just a little in your face, no pun intended. I kept the lip bit, but I turned his eye makeup into lightning bolts on each eye to keep up with the theme he has going on. I also removed the earrings and replaced them with studs and dangles because when researching for this video, guys rarely wore earrings, and if they did, they wore dangly earrings and not hoops. Next, I gave him a red shirt with shoulder pads and epaulettes in the familiar electric blue and a matching belt. I doubled up his wristbands and only studded one, and I gave him black pants to complement the rest of the fit. Another quick detail that I feel I should mention, I don't like how Freddy is naked with a lightning bolt slapped on his chest. It screams last-minute design. So, to keep the iconic bit, but make it feel less random, I turned it into a honker of a necklace which reflects how strong the guy really is. Now we're on my favorite Glamrock, who needs no introduction, Montgomery Gator. Monty is a character I instantly favorited upon playing the game, but as wild as he is in character and design, I feel like he's missing a few pieces. I made him bigger than the rest, literally. I feel like the gang lacks height differences, and Monty being large in personality and mass makes him more memorable. I know bears are technically bigger than alligators, but these dino descendants again get huge, so Monty is our big guy. I kept his body pretty much the same otherwise, aside from his tail being different and his feet being green. Sorry, I don't understand the purple feet on his original design. It looks silly. Same with his tail alternating color. It doesn't make sense why it's a Christmas string decoration. Just do green on top and yellow on the bottom. I added a strip on his bottom lip to match Freddy, and I added some small triangles to go with a lightning bolt on his face. It makes sense for his makeup to be more wild because Monty is a wild character, unlike Freddy, who is more collected and intentional. I always wished Monty had more hair, like he already had the mohawk, and according to Ruin, he had lots of hair, so why not just keep it? I also gave him a headband and a little dangler on it since he doesn't have ears, and I could put earrings on it, so why not? I also changed his wristbands to be more like studded cuffs with gloves, a studded leather jacket with fringe, and then a purple belt rather than black. I changed his pants just a little. I don't like the faux scale pants, so I kept the original green and then I added purple to make up for the changing of his feet color. I like the idea of Monty being a big goof. I mean, he has to be popular with the kids because he has a lot of attention and attractions according to game messages and assets. I think Monty might be more like a Kelso character with some unchecked aggression issues. But that's Gators for you. Finally, we made it to Bonnie. Now, his design is by far the ugliest Glamrock design. I'm sorry, I think the design is just goofy looking. I can tell they were going for a Ziggy Stardust vibe, but it just... The non-attached shoulder pad headdress thing and the gymnastics suits, bro, he looks like he needs some serious fashion help, and that's what I'm here to do. One aspect of Bonnie's design that fuels my aggression towards it, this dark blue. I get it, he's blue, so let's keep that theme, but it just looks bad. Bonnie would be better off with contrasting colors, and not just another shade on the blue scale. Take Toy Bonnie for example. The dude has red, green, and black in his design. Same with regular Bonnie, who has the same colors, but his eyes are this magenta color. Glamrock Bonnie has the same magenta eye color, so why not use the color that's already there with the gold and purple in the base design? Okay, look. Let me cook. I took away that awful blue color, and you can cry about it all you want in the comments all day long, but that won't change my mind. I don't like it. Now, this suit I gave him is literally Ziggy Stardust's suit without the stripes and some colors. I made it gold to match the star, and I spread that color out to his belt and jewelry to make it feel less random. Then, to make the purple feel more welcomed and not slapped on as a last-minute thought, I made his headband purple and the bottom half of his pants the same color, so he's like sandwiched between the color. Something worth noting is that Bonnie has no claws, so I took that opportunity to make his feet look more rabbit-like. Another thing worth mentioning is his tail and longer hair. I figured he would benefit from a slight mullet and a bunny tail. It just adds variety. I decided against putting face paint on him because his facial features are already taking up so much space, plus his whiskers are in the way, so he is the only band member without paint. I genuinely love how all of this turned out. Everyone looks so good and more authentic. No more copy and paste and random features to try and recreate 80s glam rock. They are 80s glam rock. Let me know in the comments what you think or what you would do differently in your own redesigns. I don't want to hear how I took away things because, obviously, that's the point of a redesign. Anyways, with all that being said, remember to check out my other socials, especially my Patreon and Ko-Fi. My commissions are open and affordable, so help me out if you can because it would mean the world to me. Remember to check out my Twitch and join us live on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central. And now then, enough of that. Thank you all so much for staying to the end of this video. It means a lot to me. And now that I actually have nothing else to say, you guessed it, let's roll the outro.